Welcome to highlights of the fourth and final stage of the Arctic Race of Norway here on GCN Racing. The fourth stage of the Arctic Race was billed as flat. It was anything but. 165.5 kilometers from Lødingen to Narvik. Climbs peppered the route with no fewer than 4 Category 1 climbs and 2 Cat 2s. It was the intermediate sprints we had our eye on, 3 in total. Warren Barguil took a slender 3-second advantage over Astanar's Alexei Lutsenko into the stage. Two very different riders. He certainly would have his work cut out trying to control the race. A breakaway formed after a very fast opening half of the race. Warren Barguil, though, did take 2 bonus seconds at the first intermediate sprint. The break contained Hule, Iversen, Hjeltislager, Kostakov, Inkhorn, Vagstad, Van Astrup, Van Hecker, Matthew Van der Poel, Vagada, Hemstad, Lemois, Mottier and Aritza Archer Samsic were working hard on the front. The next objective was the Cat 1 Baltascaret, where Tom Hjeltislager crested the summit, taking maximum points and moving himself up in the standings. Lutsenko's Astana team came to the front, eyeing bonus seconds at the second intermediate sprint in Narvik on the first passage of the line. The breakaway had split on the previous climb and was now down to 6 with 3 chasers. The work done by Astana had brought the gap back to 23 seconds. There was a regroupment of sorts in the breakaway, but the attacks continued to fly. The peloton behind were working hard. Had they done enough to bring it back under control with that bonus sprint to come? The breakaway did, however, hold on until the intermediate sprint, which was won by Vangstad. Relief for Barguil, but there was still 1 to go and bonus seconds at the finish. Vangstad and Heerdeberg were the last to be caught on the hilly finishing circuit, while it started to stretch the riders at the back. The catch was made with 27 kilometers to go. Katusha's Mads Vert Schmidt on the move, followed by Odd Christian Eiking. The stage 3 winner took the penultimate King of the Mountains of the day. He was looking good for that Salmon King of the Mountains jersey worn by Steve Cummings. There was a tax on the descent, with Swedish national champion Lucas Eriksson applying the pressure. This move, which also contained Schmidt, Janssen and Aschvold, was soon snuffed out the next time up the climb of the Skistua. Eiking would once again go on to take maximum points at the top of this one and would run out the winner of the King of the Mountains classification. Into the final lap and an important intermediate sprint, Lutsenko just edged out Barguil to take 3 bonus seconds, bringing the lead on GC back to a slender 4. The two went clear on the final lap, with Warren Barguil even putting in a turn for Alexei Lutsenko. They were reeled in by a reduced front group. This was coming down to the wire. All Barguil had to do was glue himself to Lutsenko's wheel and not let it go. Armin Grøndal Janssen put in a dig to try and thin the group further. Barguil was marking Lutsenko, while on the right, Marcus Holgaard squeezed through and attacked, getting a gap. Lutsenko was throwing the kitchen sink of tactics at this one and briefly distanced Barguil over the crest of the climb. The Frenchman battled past Hule to get back up. It was a slender looking advantage for Holgaard, with Grøndal Janssen, the next rider, round the corner. Resistance, meanwhile, in the group behind was playing into the hands of Holgaard as he pressed on to the finish. For the little Uno X team, this would be massive if he held on. Warren Barguil was looking like he was on his limit. Interestingly, he still had his rain jacket in his pocket. Despite a fast closing Janssen in a massive gear, Holgaard held on to win the stage. This would be the first 2 bonus seconds gone behind. Lutsenko was closing in on the third. He took 4 bonus seconds, and it would then be up to the jury to see if Barguil was over a second behind. Straight away, Warren Barguil was on the radio for information. Had he won or had he lost it on the line? Marcus Holgaard sits up, celebrates the biggest victory of his career. Confirmation of your stage result. Marcus Holgaard takes it from Armin Grøndal Janssen, but importantly, Lutsenko and Barguil separated by 1 second. In the general classification, that would turn things on its head. Alexei Lutsenko wins the Arctic Race of Norway by 1 second for Warren Barguil, with Chris Nealand's third at 19 seconds. A hard-fought victory for Astana's Alexei Lutsenko, the winner of the 2019 Arctic Race of Norway.